Hey people, what's up? What it do? What's good? What's poppin'? What's going on? Ooh. Anyways, today's video is gonna be about my first boyfriend. Yeah. Rainbows and butterflies and you know good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Anyways, let's get down to the story. It all started when I had no choice but to transfer to this school that I knew that some of the people that I went to school with before would be there. But other than that, I didn't know anybody else. And I had no intention of getting to know anybody else. But time flew by, and at the end of like 4 months, I had me a little circle. So yeah, I had me a little circle of friends. One day, I was walking through the halls. Woo! And I seen me a little fine thing. Oh my gosh. Did I do that? It's a little hot, you know. So yeah. And when I seen that little fine thing, I was like, I want him. And I want him to be mine. But you know, my insecurity stepped in and was literally like, girl, are you dumb? He's not gonna want you. So that was that, and I felt like he wasn't gonna want me. Like, but when I got home, I told my sister about what I seen, and she was like, is he cute? I was like, yeah. Is he cute? Yeah. He's cute. He's cute. So then she was like, you know what? I dare you to talk to him, to get his number. And if you don't, you ain't get no gifts. No gifts. And I was like,
no gifts? I like gifts. I can't. I'm gonna talk to him. I love gifts. Like, ain't nobody gonna get in my way between gifts and me. Like, no. I like my gifts. I'm gonna get my gifts.
So I decided that I was gonna talk to him. I was gonna get his number because I like gifts. Plus, I want to break out of my shyness, like get out of my comfort zone, you know. So that night I was thinking of pickup lines with my sister. I was like, I feel like I'm gonna say, hey, what's your number? Dang, Poppy. Look, listen here. I lost my number. Can I have yours? Or I was just gonna be simple with it. I was thinking also I could have went like this. I could have said, oh, can I borrow your phone real quick because I can't find mine right now. Then as soon as I get his phone, I dial down my number. After I dial down my number, I call my phone and be like, found it. It was on my back pocket. Who would have knew? Who? Wow. Days passed and I was like, you know, I need to do this, like, for real, for the sake of me. A part of my little circle, I had me a girl best friend and I had me a guy best friend. One day I was with my guy best friend who also happened to be Larry's best friend. Larry is the guy that I was crushing on, if I haven't said that before already. Larry had a best friend named Josh. So one day I was like, best friend, I need to meet new people. Like, introduce me to some of your friends or whatever. So he introduced me to Larry and he introduced me to Josh. Mind you, Josh liked me, but I liked Larry, so Josh had like literally no chance with me anyways. Cause as soon as I went over to Josh was a little too friendly, and like sometimes little too friendly is not good. Like, I could tell he was a player. It was like his aura, you feel me? So he was like, oh, you're cute. What's your name? What grade are you in? I feel like you will be my little baby, you know? Blah, blah, blah. What's your number? This, that. So I guess I gave him my number. I don't know. I gave him my number. I waited till Josh left for me to make my move on Larry. So I went up to Larry and I was like, can I see your phone? So he gave me his phone and he was like, it's gonna die. And I was like, okay. So I put my number in there. Then I gave him back his phone and my heart was just like, oh my gosh. Boom, 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 like it was gonna come out of my chest. So I did that. Then I was like, I put my number in there. That night, Larry texted me and Larry was like, hey, it's Larry. And I was like, hey, da, 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 da. Then Josh texted me. He was like, listen, don't tell Larry that I'm texting you right now. And in my head, I'm like, well, what is this man talking about? But Josh called me on the phone. And when he called me on the phone, he was like, he was sneak dissing about Larry. Like, heavy sneak dissing. He was like, oh, when he first met you, he was like, oh, I got her number. Then he was like, he was just sneak dissing, like, heavy, this, that, this, that, this, that. He was like, oh, he think he can get you because he this, because he got changed. That's what he said. And in my head, I'm like, if that's your homeboy, if your homeboy is trying to get down with a girl, what are you doing? So, but I knew he was just fronting because, like, he liked me. And he didn't want his homeboy to get with me, but that's messed up. And I knew he was lying because he seemed to be a liar. So yeah, that was that, and I moved on with my life. From there, me and Larry just started talking heavy, you know, sharing our likes, sharing our dislikes, sharing just everything, and just felt comfortable. Like, we would be on the phone and like till like for a long time, and the conversation would like never die out. You know, it felt real, I guess. You know, so time flew by. Then all of a sudden, all of the texting and calling stopped. I didn't stop, he stopped, and he just stopped texting me. And I would text him and like no reply. So there came a point in time I stopped texting him, I stopped giving calls. And I was like worrying, I'm like, is this dude okay? Like, what's happening? He's not texting me back, you know? And I'm not gonna sit there like texting, because that's like, I just met you. Like, no. But like, I knew he was okay because on Snapchat, like, did I have a Snapchat during that time? I think I had a Snapchat. He would watch my Snapchats. I knew he was okay from my friend, you know? When school came around, we would be in the hallways and like I would walk past him like I don't even know him. And like I would see him around and just not even eye him. Like he'll be with my squad and I would just pay attention to my squad except for him. Our class happened to be in the same building, so when the class would end, we would end up going out the class. It was like literally right across from each other. So we walk out and I see him. The one time I seen him, then he smiled at me. I was with my best friend when he smiled at me. He smiled, I smiled back. It was more of a, I don't know why he's looking my way like my friends. Like, boy, we are not friends. You're a flaw. You're a head at. You're a dumb at. These nuts in your mouth looking at. Type of smile. It was one of those type of smile. Like, okay. Then my best friend called me out for that. She was like,
thanks, Susane, why you gotta do him like that?
I'm like, what you talking about? She was like,
that smile was not a smile. That's one of those smiles you give a stranger on the sidewalk.
I guess he peeped the shade, cause like, ew, you have a whole nother girlfriend. Alright? You're gonna sit there, don't front in my face, okay? I didn't find out from him that he had a girlfriend. I found out from somebody else's conversation that he had a girlfriend, and I felt some type of way. I was like, dang, okay. I was a little hurt, I'm not gonna lie. I was hurt. I was like, okay. All the more reason to not talk to him. All the more reason to ignore him. One day, I was with my best friend in the hallway. Then he was with his girlfriend in the hallway. Then we happened to like be like right there. Then she dropped her phone. I picked up her phone. She was like, thank you. And I was like, you're welcome. Then he just was just staring, and I just went about my business. Like, you know, whatever. That happened. Then all of a sudden, I guess they broke up. So after they broke up, he came to me one day after school, and he came explaining. He was like, Susane, can we talk? And I was like, sure. He was like, are you mad? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, why? I was like, cause you're a flaw. You're a FLAW flaw. You're the fakest. I didn't say all that for real, you know, all exaggerating and stuff like that. I was like, you're a flaw. But you know, I'm recording, so I get a little heated up. So yeah, I was like, you're flawed. He was like, how am I flawed? And I was like, how are you flawed? I didn't do all that. I was like, how are you flawed? You didn't text me, you didn't call me, and I had to find out from somebody else that you had a girlfriend. And he was like, well, basically he was explaining to me, oh, how he came about to having a girlfriend, I guess. And he was saying sorry. And I was like, you can't even look me in the eye while you're saying sorry. He was hurt. He was like, oh, because I didn't mean to hurt you, and I could tell you're hurt. And this isn't fun for me, and like just seeing you hurt like this, I didn't mean that. And I was like, wow, why didn't you tell me you had a girlfriend? And He was like, because I didn't want to hurt you. And I was like, I'd rather you hurt me with the truth than keep faking and not text me back and not tell me anything. Like, don't tell me lies. I'd rather you hurt me with the truth. I don't want lies. I don't want that bullcrap. So after I said what I had to say, he was like, yeah, true, you're right. And all I could think of in that moment was, boy, who you telling? It was time to walk away because I had to get to where I had to go. So he was like, hey, if I text you, will you reply? And I don't know, I said something stupid, so I don't really remember what I said, but I feel like that's what I said. So after he said, if I text you, will you reply? I said, yeah, if I text you, and then you reply. I walked away with a little smirk on my face, like, he wanted the stew sauce. He wants some of the salsa, you know, he wants this. Let me stop, I'm so freaking extra, bro. That night he texted me, and I'm petty. Y'all already know, right? Y'all know, right? I'm petty. Mind you, I kept his number. I didn't delete it or block it or anything because, like, I'm the type of person, even if we get into an argument, if you need me, I'm gonna be there and I want to be available for if you need somebody to talk to, you know? He texted me and I was like, who this? And then he was like, it's Larry. And I was like, oh. And he was like, so you deleted my number? And I was like, why would I keep some other female's man's number? And he was like, you're right. Duh, like, boy. Yeah. And he didn't know it was my birthday that day, so he didn't say happy birthday. So on the 16th, we were talking, and I was like, when's your birthday? Then came down to him asking me when's my birthday, and I told him when my birthday was. I said it was yesterday. And he was like, I gotta get you something. And I was like, look, you don't have to, alright? You don't need to. And it was like, but I want to. And I was like, okay. He was like, but it's not gonna be materialistic. Hold up. Listen, boo-boo, I don't know what type of tricks or mind games you're trying to play here, talking about something that's not gonna be materialistic. What's not materialistic? Air? That's what you're gonna give me? You're gonna wrap air for me? You're gonna give me air as a gift? So when he said that, I was like, okay, I don't know. So when he said that, I was like, okay, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me, you know, like, you can give what you have, you know, it's whatever, like, it's a gift that counts. So then he was like, okay. On Friday, I decided that I wanted to spend that whole day with him, alright? So after school, he wanted to go to the corner store. Then after he went to the corner store, he was going to go to some park where they play ball, whatever. And then I was like, he was like, so do you want me to walk you home? I was like, no, I'm going to go with you. Then, yeah. So we ended up walking to the corner store. And then my hand happened to be in contact with his hand, and we ended up holding hands, you know. We went to the corner store. He asked me if I wanted anything. I said no. I lied. I'm the type of person, like, I don't feel comfortable like that when you spend, like, money on me. Like, unless you're my family, that's something else. Or unless you're my friend. If you're my friend, go right ahead, because your money is my money is your money, so it doesn't matter to me. But it was a different story, because if, like, I'm talking to you, if I like you, you know, like, any guy could get the wrong idea. And he wasn't like that, but I'm still not comfortable with that. We walked out the store holding hands. He made jokes, you know. He had just gotten this tattoo recently. And, you know, that thing hurt. So, like, every time he would say something slick, I'll just slap him in the arm. It's just for fun. It's just whatever. Then we were crossing the street. Not really crossing the street. We were on the sidewalks before we crossed the street. Then I was like, so where's my gift? Then he was like, you want your gift? And I was like, yeah, I want my gift. Whatever that is, where's the gift, I guess. So he stopped me. Then after he stopped me, thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Share the link to this video and help me get up to 5+ likes for part 2. Stay tuned.